Hi guys, welcome to Cosmic Cassie. Thank you for returning if you've been here before, and welcome if you are new. So first off, I want to apologize. I know my space is usually like not this busy with stuff on it, but I was actually making, for the full moon, I was making black protection salt, and I have like an entire setup for it, and so you guys are seeing the, what I haven't cleaned up or put away or, whatever. But I have a really quick minute without the kiddos, and it's not too late, so I wanted to jump on. I was feeling guided to pull out my Oracle deck, which I haven't used in quite a while. This is the Love Oracle deck as well. So it's all about like the heart center, things like that. So I feel like there's some messages that need to come out surrounding love. I don't think I have enough time to do like an all signs, so this is just going to be a really quick like 3 selection pick a card read. And I'm going to pull like 3 messages, like 3 of these cards out per pile, and then we're going to clarify and break it down for you guys. So let's go ahead and get started. I always want to make sure you guys know in my readings, just to avoid confusion, if 90% of what I'm saying does not resonate for you, please do not take the message. It's not meant for you. The way that I work with my guides and channel messages is I always request that they give me very clear, accurate readings for only those that need to hear them, which means bits and pieces are not what you're supposed to take. Either you take the whole reading or none of it, okay? Let's go ahead and jump into it. So let's do 3 piles with 3 messages in each. Let's see. Pile 1, what messages do we have for pile 1? What messages do we have for pile 1? Make it so you guys can't see it. Try to. Pile 1. And 3. What messages do we have for pile 2? 1, 2, and 3. And what messages do we have for pile 3? And I always like to do this while you guys are watching, just so that you know I didn't like pre-set up the piles. So the messages are going to be authentic to what they need to be in that moment. So guys, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. And you guys can kind of pick which pile you want to use here or listen to. While I find my deck of cards that I just had. Sorry, I'm a little unprepared, but it was a very like last minute like aha moment of like, okay, I need to jump on and do this reading really quick. Because I was going to do one for myself, and then they were like, nope, let's just do it for everyone, okay? So we're going to clarify with these cards. Give you guys a moment to figure out what pile you want to do. I feel like I'm supposed to give some dialogue here for the piles. I feel like there's people who can't decide which pile to choose from, so they're telling me to like get a quick like channeled energy for each pile and then have you choose that way. So what are we looking at for pile 1? I heard fierce and fast for pile 1. What about for pile 2? Slow and steady for pile 2. And what about pile 3? Lustful and passionate. Okay, for pile 3. So there you have it. If that helps you figure out which pile is meant to be yours. So again, it was I like never remember the channel messages. It is fierce and fast, slow and steady, lust and passion. Okay, so go ahead and choose, and we're going to jump into it. Pause if you need to. So I'm going to take away pile 3. I'm going to take away pile 2. Let me make sure I actually know which one is which. Okay, 2, 3, right? Yeah, we'll go from left down. Okay, so looking at pile 3, let's go ahead and dive into it here. So this is our pile that they gave me, fierce and fast for. Oops. Oh my goodness. So more than likely I'll have to read from the book on this one because I haven't used these in a long time. We have love, master, and sacral chakra, okay? Number 6 could be important. Number 12, number 2, what else here? 3, as well as 5. Nope, not 5, sorry. Those are the numbers that could be important. So 6, 12, 2. I think those are all the ones that I said. Okay. So with the love card, and then master, and sacral. Sacral is all about your confidence, your self-belief, your courage within yourself, okay? And then if you take a look at number 15 here, the master card, it's almost like his heart looks like it's in a cage, but he's controlling it. Like it's almost like he's choosing to allow his heart to shine so bright that it breaks out of the cage. So he's essentially mastering his emotion here. And then obviously with like the love card, they're like happily in love, really good representation of like what you would think of with the lovers, the 2 of cups, things like that. So let's go ahead and clarify the love card first, and then if I get any messages for you guys, I'll let you know. I'm not seeing fast and furious here, but maybe we are a little bit, okay? Wheel of Fortune, show me master. Ten of Pentacles. Show me sacral. Two of Wands. Okay, all 3 of these came out when I pulled it, so they're like, yeah, take them all 3, okay? I don't know why that would require 3 here, but we'll find out. Okay, so the odd thing that I am picking up on here, though, is like with the 6, it's almost like the 6 is like the union of 2 people coming together. Their love is being fulfilled. They're sharing it. They're being generous between each other with it. But then when you look at the 15, the master card here, it 1 and 5 obviously adds up to 6, but it's almost an energy of like I feel like this is it's going down. Like I feel like these cards should be reversed really, because it starts with the sacral chakra here, or sacral chakra here. Where it's like, I feel like someone has to gain the courage. They have to gain the strength, the self-confidence in themselves to actually approach a situation here. And it's definitely looking like a love situation. And, that's the point of this reading. So it's almost as if someone needs to gain the confidence, the assuredness, the strength, the overcome the insecurities that they hold in their mind, the fear of rejection. Like someone's really building up their energy here and focusing on that sacral energy so that they can have the confidence to actually come in for someone. It's like this is all they're thinking about. They're really wanting to move forward. They're wanting to approach. They're wanting to come together. They're wanting to celebrate, rejoice, have a good time, be with one another. But this person is like, there's a pause moment here where they're really having to pause and just focus on building up the confidence to do this, right? And it's almost like as soon as they finally build up enough confidence, now they start to tap into their heart chakra. They start to tap into that heart space, and it's like it's been trapped behind something. It's been blocked. It's been pushed down, ignored. It's a feeling of like I heard the word sympathy. And then I heard symphony, and then I heard depression. So like a symphony of depression, like they're singing sad tunes to themselves. It's like a self-pity party, but they're constantly in this state of like symphony of depression. Like it's like this beautiful orchestra that their heart is singing here, but it's all focused in the wrong direction. It's focused on sadness. It's focused on hurt, heartbreak, pain, loss. regret, things like that. But it plays this beautiful symphony. It's channeled in the wrong direction here. And so in this master phase, it's like it's the 1 and the 5. It's I have everything that I need to come together and enjoy this love, to be this love, to create this love. But I have to refocus my symphony, because the heart is already grand. It's already singing this beautiful loud sound. It's emanating love. Like whoever this person is, it's like there is nothing wrong with their heart space in terms of them being able to love, in terms of them giving and providing love, and just walking through life with so much love. But they have this restriction on themselves where it's like internally, and that's part of the reason why they didn't have confidence to go for love, is because internally, although their heart space is gigantic, they keep it trapped behind this closed cage of theirs. And they're emanating this beautiful energy, but the energy is really saying, like, yes, I am full of love, but my love is littered with sadness, grief, heartache, pain, betrayal, depression. But I have so much of it, but we keep it trapped in here because of all those terrible things that have happened. And so it's like this person can't even contain their own love center, though, because even though they're trapping it, not purposely, not consciously, but even though they're holding it back, it's like emanating everywhere. Everyone can feel it, but they don't know that everyone can feel it. And this mastery phase is figuring out, like them recognizing for the first time ever, like, oh my gosh, like I emanate so much love. I have so much love. I am love. I can release my heart because it is so strong. My heart space energy is gigantic, and it is abundant. It is gregarious, like it's just beautiful, and it's like they're realizing this for the first time, and because they're realizing it, they're able to channel it in the other direction, which is not focused on all the pain, the heartache, the depression, the grief, the sadness. It's focused on the joy, the happiness, the potential, the success, the satisfaction, the pleasure, all the beautiful things in life. And they're mastering this transition from being in this spot. Like it's not like this person was ever in the dark, though. I feel like I need to emphasize that this person was never in the dark. Okay, their heart was never like when we go through like what is it, Dark Night of the Soul, we go through coming from the darkness to the light. It's like this person's always been in the light. It's almost like they just weren't aware of it, but everyone around them could feel their love and their energy and how grand of like a source of beauty they had, right? But this person themselves could not see it. They were always in the light, but they could not see it because they were so focused on the pain that they experienced, which led them to the light, which put them into the light, which made their light brighter. But they didn't see it as this. They saw it more as like, I need to protect, I need to shield, I need to huddle, I need to pull in, right? And so it's emphasizing here, this person was never in the darkness. It's just now they're accepting their light, they're accepting how large their heart space is, and they're finally transitioning it into a space where they can release it comfortably and confidently. And when they release it, they can now really focus, and I'm hearing manifest, on what they truly want, what they truly see for themselves. And then this last phase here is like, now that they have done this, now that they have been able to make this transition and really accept and enjoy and embrace like their heart space and their energy and this grand love that they've always had, now that they finally see it, the 5 and the 1 come together and make a 6, and that 6 is the love union. It is now an equally balanced love union. It is unity. It's coming together. It's partnership. It's working with one another. And that wheel of fortune is saying it's like once you transition that wheel, once you can turn that wheel one full notch here, you are in that love space, and that is what you are attracting. That's what you're bringing in. That's what you're being able to come together with, because they've always pushed love out, but love had a hard time coming to them because of their mindset about it, because of what they focused on. But they've always pushed it out, okay? Like, even if they tried not to, it's like, buddy, you can't hold that back, okay? So the interesting thing that I want to touch on, now that we've kind of gone through the trail of events here, the interesting thing I want to touch on is that this is in the reverse, okay? It's in the reverse. And so the way I just went through it is how I feel it should have been. But I think some of you, the way that you're dealing with this right now is the complete opposite, okay? And you guys might be really confused. I feel an energy of like either you're really confused or someone that you connected with is very confused because the energy has drastically shifted, but it's not for any good reason. They're not understanding why. And I feel like in what I just heard is triggering. Like someone got triggered and it created this de-escalation, like this breakdown of this love energy, and that's why it's in the reverse. So scenario here is you came together with someone, you connected with someone, and it was like love at first sight kind of feeling, right? It was beautiful, it was grand, you guys were in union, it was together, even if you weren't in like a full-on relationship here. It's like, but this is newer energy, this is fresher energy, you could have known each other, but it's like the second that love energy got activated and it came together for the both of you, it came together. It's like the abundance of love triggered this person to break down the energy and to go backwards instead of forwards. They didn't consciously, purposely try to do this, but it's like something happened, a trigger for this person occurred, and it's almost like an onset of memory, an onset of emotion just flooded out. And what happened is they were in this beautiful, loving energy of the 6, and as soon as they got triggered, they immediately separated the 6 by looking at the 1 and the 5. The 5 being like leaving someone out, separating the union, and the 1 being focusing on myself. So they sacrificed the unity and broke it apart. And the way they broke it apart was, I need to focus on me, and I cannot interact, deal, or handle with you. Okay, and that's not how they actually felt, but that's just how the energy ended up splitting. It didn't split with a 3 and a 3, or a 2 and a 3. It split with a 1 and a 5. Okay, did I say 2 and 3? Sorry, 2 and a 4. It split with 1 and 5. So with that energy, what that's letting me know is the way that it split was like this person got triggered into, okay, I just need to focus on me. I need to focus on me. I got to focus on me. And they kind of let your energy slide away. They were like, I can't, think of 5 of Pentacles, okay? Think of five of Wands. Like it's obstacles, it's challenges, I can't deal with this. I can't handle this right now. I need to focus on me, is the way that the energy interpreted it and split it for this person. And it's like as soon as they got into that trigger and then bam, it split, all of a sudden they started to remember like pain and grief and heartache and all these like scary things with love. And their heart started to, although it's emanating, the emanation here is that they still love you. And if it's reverse, that you still love them. There is still so much love energy here between the both of you. It's emanating. This person cannot hide the energy. Like it's still all over you. Okay, they can't hide it. Even when they trap their heart, they cannot hide the energy that they have for you, the love that they have for you. And that's the emanation here, right? But they're remembering all the pain, grief, sadness, heartache, like everything that comes with the negative sides of love, right? And it's like they're recalling this, almost like it's a memory recall, but they're recalling the emotion, but not the memory. And that's the whole point of a trigger. You don't always know where the trigger is coming from. You just feel the reaction, the outcome of that trigger. And for this person, the trigger happened and they felt the pain, but they didn't correlate it with the memory. So they don't know what it is that's making them feel pain. So the only thing they can correlate it to is you. And it's like the confusion here is like, but I know that this person is not making me feel this way. So why do I feel this way? And I feel like for some of you, it's almost a sense of they're associating this energy with their intuition, and they're like, my intuition is telling me that I need to stay away from this person. When really, like, that's not what it is at all. They're just not recognizing that they were triggered. They felt the emotion of the trigger, And now they need to figure out what memory is that emotion connected to so they can release it and work through it. Because when you can't find the memory associated with the emotion, you get confused, you start to project it on other people, or sometimes if you are like a more spiritual, intuitive person, you start to feel like, oh, this is my intuition talking to me. But it's like, no, it's not your intuition. This is you having emotional recall of something that happened, and you don't recognize that it's linked to a memory, okay? And that memory was never processed and worked through and healed and released, okay? And so I feel like for some of you, that's where this person is at. And so they might even be avoiding you because they feel strongly like their intuition is telling them to leave this alone, that it's not good for them, even though the love is there and they feel the love and they want the love and the love is directed at you. And so this person is going through that transition of coming back to the pain, the hurt, the sorrow, and they're pulling their heart back in, which means they're not allowing the love in, even though they are still giving the love out. Okay. And then we go to number 2, because they pull sacral, because they're pulling their heart back in, and now they're giving love, but they're no longer allowing themselves to receive the love. And they're in this confused state. It's like now they're starting to lose confidence in themselves. They're starting to lose confidence in how their heart feels. And now they're starting to doubt themselves. They're losing that courage to like overcome these fears. And it's like these fears and everything, it's rushing back in for them. And it's all because they're not trusting their love energy. They're tying this negative energy to their intuition in the present moment. They're feeling confused, and now they're giving love and not receiving love. So then they also feel like slightly betrayed, and like it's coming in with all these negative emotions here that is really like damaging that sacral chakra. Like it was bright and shiny, and now it's like dimming. It's smaller. It's not as big anymore, because it's being shadowed with all this like fearful energy and things like that. Okay, so I feel like the Fast and Furious for this deck, if you chose pile 1, the Fast and the Furious is like, it started off fast and furious. It started off amazing out the gate. You guys were there. It was in line. It was like, we're on track. We're doing this. We're perfect. And then all of a sudden, it is as high as it went and as quick as it went super low just as fast, okay? Like Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious doesn't mean it's going up or forward Fast and Furious. It can also mean coming down and backwards Fast and Furious. And I feel like that's what happened here. It just happened really fast and furiously. But there was that initial connection where you guys know, both of you know in your truest heart space, that there was this beautiful bond and energy and love that you guys shared with each other, okay? And I feel like for you, whoever you are that selected this, if this is someone that you're dealing with, you may be hurt. And because of your hurt and your pain from what this person is doing and you not having an understanding, you may, your own hurt of what they did to you, how they reacted to you, what they're currently doing has again, it's almost like this person here. It's like there's a little bit of mirroring here, because it's like your own hurt in this situation has triggered you to make yourself believe that it's your intuition telling you this was not meant to be, this person's no good, we need to forget each other, not come together. But that is your hurt. That's not your intuition. That is your pain and your hurt reacting to what this person has done. So there's a little mirroring energy in that aspect, and that's because I think your energies are really connected, and so naturally, like, that's the place they went to, so that's the place that you're experiencing now. So you may be like thinking this person's just the worst, and you're like, I don't ever want to be with this person, and they're just terrible. But it's like, really, that's you speaking from pain. That's you speaking from hurt and not fully processing that pain and that hurt. Like, you may have gone through the motions of it, but processing it like yes, I loved this person, they hurt me terribly, and I don't understand why, and I may not ever understand why. It's like accepting that this person, you loved them so much that they were able to hurt you, and that happened, and it wasn't okay, but it happened. And it's like, once you can get to that place of acceptance, yeah, it happened, and I'm not gonna lie to myself and tell myself that I don't love them. It's like, no, I love them, and I love them so much that they were able to hurt me. And that's the only reason I'm hurt, is because I loved them, and I still love them. And that energy is still there, and it's still being worked through, because I still don't know what's happening. It's not necessarily like you have to release this person, or oftentimes when we get hurt, we react with anger, we react with frustration, with trying to deny the situation that hurt us the most so that we don't have to feel the pain. It's like, if I can tell myself that I don't love them and that this was just a mistake, maybe I won't feel that pain as intensely. But it's like, no, the love is still there. You feel the love from this person. They feel the love from you. The love is still there. But it's like, this is the clarity of maybe if someone just totally went AWOL, like Fast and Furious, like they just did a total 360 out of nowhere. And you could have thought like, oh, maybe it's someone, but it's like, no. This person got triggered, and they're not even consciously aware that it was a trigger. And so they're really confused. They're not sure why they feel the way that they do. And the only way that they can process that is by blocking their heart in, but then it puts them into a deeper hole, right? It puts them into an even deeper hole, to the point where they don't have the confidence or courage to trust their heart anymore, because now they're really confused. And it's not for you to go reach out to this person and be like, hey, I got clarity, let me tell you what happened. It's like, no, this person has to figure this out for themselves. They have to, just how I started the reading, where it was like, okay, let's start here and work our way up. They have to go through that process to come back to this loving energy unity space, okay? They have to do that on their own. It's a part of the lesson and learning here. I just want to get some, I'm going to use a different deck here, but I want to get what is the potential outcome here, because I feel like some of you, as hurt as you may be, and as confusing as this situation may be for you, I want to try to pull out a little bit of energy on where this outcome could potentially land between you and this person, or let's just look at advice. Let's look at advice for pile one. If you chose pile one, let's look at what's the advice for pile one here. What is the advice for pile one? And I'm sorry, guys, I'm not trying to like rush through this, but I have limited time, and I'm trying to do this before I get interrupted. So, what's the advice for pile one here? What's the advice for pile one here? Okay, we have the Ten of Swords that popped out. Advice for pile one. Any advice for pile one? We have the Nine of Cups. Advice for pile one. Advice for pile one. Thank you. I was like debating in my mind, do I pull 4 or do I pull 3? So I guess they let me know. Okay. Advice, guys. So with the Ten of Swords, Nine of Cups, the Sun, and the Five of Cups, okay? As soon as I see the Ten of Swords, immediately the message that I heard is like, it's not what you think. And like, not verbatim, that's not the message I got, but that's the energy that I got, was like don't look at the Ten of Swords and think like, oh, you need to end it for good and you need to move on because no. It was like, don't look at that card for the face value of what you think that card is the energy I got. And then the Nine of Cups came out, and immediately what I felt and picked up on was don't how do you say that? Understanding the situation for what it is, I can only just say the advice the way that I'm getting it. I don't have the time to try to figure out and tailor it to not trigger or hurt anyone. I'm sorry. It's pretty much advising you, do not do anything rash as far as like getting a get back at this person or having these like spiteful, hateful feelings. Don't attack this person or like create a permanent ending with this person to fulfill your own satisfaction, your own emotions in this moment, because that's what it is. It's a moment. It's a moment that is happening. It is not a life story. It is not like a cosmic timeline it's like, it is a moment that is occurring. And the way that you do not want to work through this moment is by like attacking this person or doing things to create a severed, complete, permanent ending. You don't want to, seek revenge or make them feel the way they made you feel. It's really encouraging and asking you to rise above that, because for some of you, the place that you're in, again, and I was picking up that you could be really hurt, and so because of that pain, you're like, I don't even love them. But it's like, let's be real, and sometimes that requires some shadow work on our end, right? But it's like the place that I feel some of you are in is like, you're at such a point of pain and hurt that it's like, if I saw this person get cheated on, I would feel so good. If I saw this person, go through just hell and get fired because of what they did to me, I would feel so good. It's like if I saw this person's karma, or it's like wishing bad karma upon this person to get back at them for what they've done to you is going to make you feel so much better. So even if you're not consciously trying to do this, I get for some of you, a lot of you, and I don't know why I keep hearing Scorpio, and so maybe there's something with that tower, or like Scorpio is all about like the subconscious and what's unseen, right? The mystery going into the darkness. And so some of you may be projecting this energy where it's like you actually do want something bad to happen to this person to make yourself feel better, because it's like, they hurt me, I can't believe they did that, I'm wishing bad upon them. Even if you're not trying to do that, there is an energy that you are giving out that is like, they deserve to go through hell. They deserve to lose their job. They deserve to never have a good relationship. Like, this person did this terrible thing to me, and like your pain is speaking for you. Your pain is enacting revenge. You're on the energy of this person, essentially. And it's saying like, don't do that. Don't do that. Just seek happiness and joy and fulfillment. Like, focus more on what is the beauty that came out of this situation. Like, if you look back at this situation with this person, try to focus on, what did I learn? What beautiful moments did we share? What loving energy did we have? And what can I take with me from that? What can I bring into my next relationship? What lessons did I learn about love and trust and beauty and happiness and like all these beautiful things? Because I feel like you guys really came together, and it was like this beautiful connection here. And it's asking you, instead of going the route of like secretly wishing bad upon this person, try to really focus on like, what's the beauty that came from this experience that I had with them? What kind of experience would I love to have in the future that mimics parts of what happened here? It's like, look at the beautiful things that happened, the loving energy. How did you feel? How did this person make you feel before like everything went left? How did you react? Did you learn something about the kind of person you are when it comes to being in love, or what kind of person you would love to be in love with? It's really asking you to look back on this and pull out the good, amazing parts that you can take with you. Don't focus and don't get stuck on like wanting revenge and wanting to see this person struggle just to like fulfill your own kind of like emotional heartache right now. Okay, that's the advice for you guys in pile 1. Again, I'm sorry that this was so short. I would have loved to clarify and dive in a little deeper for each of you, but like I said, short time frame here. Okay, so that was pile 1. Let me write down my times here, otherwise I will not know. Okay, so right at 34, we're going to get into pile 2. Okay, pile 1, thank you, and if that resonated, please make sure you like and subscribe to have future content. Thank you for sharing your energy and letting me tap into it. Pile 2, here we go. Okay, we have move, success, and growth. Take the lead. And this was, if I remember, slow and steady. That was the words that I got, the messages that I got for this. Slow and steady. Okay. which is funny because we're starting out with move. Okay. As soon as I look at this energy, immediately what it's getting me is like there is, for whatever love situation that you guys are in right now that chose pile 2, there is, I can understand why I channeled the message slow and steady looking at the energy, because it's like, it's weird. It's like you're moving fast. No, sorry. Take that back. They're like, no, not moving fast. There's a lot of action being taken to move forward. It is progressive action. It is not like stalled, stagnant, taking along. It's like it is progressive action to move forward in this relationship or this connection, but at the same time, things are being taken slow and steady. So it's weird because it's like this energy of like, yes, there's progression, there's action, there's movement, things are happening, things are changing, the connection's getting stronger, but it's slow and steady action. It's slow and steady progress. It's slow and steady changes. It's like between each item, there is time to adjust and acclimate before moving to the next. You're not just boom, 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 but you're also not like, okay, we're dragging this phase out and we're dragging that phase out. It's like, no, there is like a very beautiful, even pace here of movement forward, but there's time to adjust, acclimate, check in with yourself and be like, is this what I want? Is this still feeling good? Yeah, it's still feeling good. Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep moving. It's like one of those, what do you call them? It's like one of those tour buses, right? It's like they don't stay at one spot for too long and over explain to the point people are bored and like not paying attention, but they also aren't zooming through it because they want to give you a chance to stop and enjoy the scenery and look at everything that's happening and hear the story and enjoy the story and take the information in and ask questions if you want to, have a slight conversation about it before moving to the next thing. It's like that kind of pace. Like it's just like perfect pace, but it is slow and steady, but that's why the steady is there, because although it's slow, it's steady, it's consistent, it's consistently moving forward, not too fast, not too slow. Okay, let's look at move. So looking at move, so we have 7, 8, and 3 as the numbers here, so those numbers could be significant to any of you. Looking at the 7 here, and it's being moved, and it's almost like two people being moved to come together, to share love energy, moved, and if you see that, like the band, the scarf, it's like that is a sign of union, of coming together. You're not locked in with each other though, you're not bound to each other. There is still a sense of freedom here, but the freedom, it's like there is freedom, and this freedom is creating a single love, okay, because there is freedom, because there is flow, there is space. This card, it's giving me a lot of like, I can breathe and I can move and I can be me and I can do me, but I'm not so separated. I'm not too far away. We're never too far away from each other, and we always come back to the one love, and we keep building that one love, but we each have our own role to play in it, right? Okay, sorry about that, guys. I had to step away and handle some stuff. So we are back. So what I left off on was talking about the move card here. It's a lot of freedom energy. It's a lot of free-flowing energy. It's a lot of independent energy. But it's two people that are independent that can come together to create love, that can come together to really unify and connect with each other, and not just connect, but also grow that love, right? They are able to enhance it. And 7 is a very spiritual number. And this new card here is number 7. And so I feel like it's like a very spiritual and 3D union here. I don't feel that it's, it could be more spiritual than physical, like more spiritual, more 5D than 3D, where you're really connecting to someone that's just, I can feel it. Like there's a strong emotional, spiritual connection. No matter how far apart you are, you're never truly far apart, right? So it could be much more of that 5D connection than it is an actual 3D connection here. Sorry, we got cards falling everywhere. And then when I look at the success and growth, so this success and growth is number 8, and it's almost as if, okay, it is more of that 5D energy that I'm picking up on here, because the success and growth card, the number 8 card here, the energy that it's giving me, it's more almost like as if two independent people are building and creating on their own, not necessarily together. Like in the 3D, they are building and creating on their own, and yet they are looking at each other, but they are not maybe consciously aware that they are looking at each other. They may not recognize that as they are building independently, that they are actually building a structure that will eventually come together, that is eventually meant to come together, right? But they don't see it that way. They see two separate things here, two separate sides. But there is a lot of success and growth as long as this spiritual union is nurtured in a very emotionally giving way. So as long as one person is not cutting the other person off spiritually, like through 5D, like blocking them out in the spiritual realm here, it's like in the physical realm, you both continue to grow and have success and build your empire separately, but the empires are meant to come together. But it's almost, and it's interesting that I felt the need to say that, because it's almost as if that's a part of this slow and steady energy here, is that there's a lot of progress being made, and it's making more sense to me now. Yes, there's a lot of progress being made, there's a lot of action being taken, it's constantly moving forward, but that energy is more like we are slowly and steadily building our own individual lives and empires. But in the 5D, it's like, but it's already a strong, tight-knit connection here, and that almost gives energy to the both of you in the 3D, because you connect 5D, and it's funneling down the energy to you guys to keep growing and succeeding, not realizing, or maybe realizing that it's meant to connect. I get like a lot of like heart chakra energy here, and it does feel very what's the word for that? Very like it's a strong feeling of spirituality, of spiritual union, but it makes me, it's not like a daydreamy feeling, but sometimes you might feel like you just float away, is the best way I can say it. I can't think of like the right words to express it, but it's like an energy of, you feel vibrationally so high and at a peak sometimes that you almost feel out of this world. You feel out of your body. You feel elevated physically, mentally, consciously, emotionally. And it's because you're vibrating extremely high, like very randomly, you can just be like up here, and it feels like an energy of floating. And the reason this is happening is because you guys have such this powerful spiritual connection and union that it's literally like directing the energy that you're creating here, it's directing it down to both of you. And so sometimes you both, I think, get this very like floating, elevated, high vibrational energy. And then it's also letting me like it's really important for you guys to both stay grounded, because you could get like, okay, so what I'm hearing is like you can get into an energy of, when you're in this energy where you're floating and you're feeling good and you're like high vibrational, it's like, my job doesn't matter, that stresses me out. Like you start to see the matrix for what it is. You start to really see karmic relationships, situations for what they are. You release all sense of attachment, because you just feel, those of you that resonate with this will understand 100% what I'm saying. When you get to that high vibrational level where it's like you feel like you're floating and it's like an ecstasy, just pure ecstasy and release and love, and like you're just in that energy. You literally detach from everything and everyone around you, because it's like you all of a sudden are connecting directly to consciousness. You're connecting directly to source. You're being funneled this 5D high vibrational energy of just pure love, that it's like you understand that none of this matters. You understand that none of this is real, that none of this, that our life is not our life. Our life is a moment, okay? And it's just like this. That's the energy I'm getting is if this resonates for you, pile 2, if this is your read, there are moments that you literally have to just really ground yourself. Otherwise, you can float off and detach from everything that you are attached to here on 3D. And this person gets that same energy. It's not just you, it's both of you that feel this, but it's being filtered and directed by the level, the immensity of like love that you guys have, the capacity of love that you hold for each other in 5D. And it's like it's just touching your souls here on earth, okay? And then with this Take the Lead card, it is the number 3 card. With Take the Lead, it's like, okay, so I want you guys to see this, right? It's like a hand is holding this light, this ball of light, okay? And what I get from this 3 card, the Take the Lead, is it's very much like, how do you bridge that? And that is what it feels like. It feels like a bridge. It's a bridge. It's encouraging you, but it's also revealing to you that like you can bridge the 3D with the 5D. You guys don't have to stay connected only on 5D. You can bring this down and manifest it into the 3D. But you both, not one of you both have to take the lead to consciously choose to begin building your empires, to come together, to connect, to manifest them, to unite with each other, okay? Because you have this high vibrational energy here in 5D, and both of you may doubt it. You may act like it doesn't exist. You may not talk about it. You may not even both be aware that you guys have this, right? But it's like, it's an energy of like, the Take the Lead is like, you can bridge this ball of energy that you're creating here in 5D. It's like, if you both consciously choose to bridge the energy, this 5D ball of light and energy, if you choose to bridge it together and to connect it, to manifest it, and you can do that, manifest it into your hands, into the 3D realm, you guys can come together. You can bring everything together that you need to bring together. You can unite those energies, okay? It doesn't have to just stay on the 5D. And you guys may not realize this because you may not be communicating it. You may not, you could be even in denial. Like you guys have dreams about each other, but you're not at a place with this person where you could even bring it up or talk about it. Because it's like you're both consciously aware that there's a spiritual marriage, union, connection, tie here. But it is not manifested on the 3D. And so in the 3D, you are both operating in very independent energies, but you are being funneled like all of the energy that you create together on 5D. So it's interesting, but it's like, take the lead. Like realize that you can bring that 5D down to reality, okay? Let's clarify. Why is move here? Why is move here? Yeah, it feels very spiritual. It does. Why is success and growth here? And why is take the lead here? Okay. Yeah. Wow. Funny. Okay. So justice. I'll get there. Okay, so for move for 7, we have the 7 of Pentacles coming out, and again, it's another 7, right? And I told you guys 7 is a, and we even have 7 of Wands to clarify the 8 card, the success and growth card. It's like 777. This is highly spiritual energy. This is extremely spiritual energy. 777 is all about very spiritual energies, psychic energies, intuitive energies. Being telepathically connected with each other. Again, it's all about that 5D connection and relationship that you guys have with each other. And it's all about, in the 5D, 7 of Pentacles is showing that you guys are investing up here, but you're waiting for the results down here. Because the 7 of Pentacles is all about like putting your investment, your time, your effort, your energy into something, and expecting and hoping and waiting for it to then be replenished, planting those seeds, allowing them to germinate in the soil and then grow later, and that growth will feed you through the winter, bounties. So it's a very much like, and again, I just can't tell how consciously, like in the 3D, how consciously aware you both are of this. I feel that you both are absolutely sure that you are dreaming about each other. You know that you're dreaming about each other, but it's almost like an energy of like, I know I'm dreaming about them, but I can't tell them that. I can't say that to them. Like we're not connected like that. We're not, we don't have that relationship or that kind of communication where I can be like, oh, I'm dreaming about you, and I'm having these like very lucid, very intimate and loving dreams with you and about you, and I feel connected. It's like you can't. I'm getting like an energy like you just can't talk about that kind of stuff with each other. But in the 5D, it's like it's on, like not even sexually or through intimacy, but it's like they're just constantly showing up, and the energy that you feel in the 5D is much more, it's much more closer to you, so you can feel the strength of that energy. And when you dream of this person, you feel the strength of the connection. You feel the strength of the pull towards each other. But in the 3D, you might feel it, but to a lesser degree. But it's very much saying like in that 5D realm, you are both investing in each other, and you are waiting for the results to show up in 3D. But it's an energy of like you're waiting for it to happen. But it's not happening because neither of you are taking the lead. Neither of you are putting it into action here. And then with the 8 being clarified by 7 of Wands, it's like you're both operating in this very independent energy. Like you're defending what you have, and you're fighting for yourself. You're fighting for what you want, what you hope for. You're fighting your way through to get the growth and success you want. But when it comes to love, it's like you're fighting for what you deserve and what you actually want and what you're looking for. Like you're good at holding your boundaries and really pursuing the thing you want. Like I'm not going to settle because you're experiencing such this high vibrational 5D love that in the 3D, it's like I cannot settle for anything that does not feel like that. Like because you've experienced the feeling of it, you can't go back from that. But the problem is, like, as much as you're fighting for it, that's the reason why that's the reason why you're both building your empires big and beautifully and successfully, but there's no love in those empires because you're fighting for a love that exists in the 5D, but you're not communicating or coming together on the 3D. You're staying away from each other, and so at the same time, it's like you're looking for someone else. You're waiting for someone else. You're looking to get that energy from an outside, external person than this other person here, but you're not finding it. And it's like you're not finding it because it does not exist with anyone else other than this person. You can only get this energy like this from this person. And in the 5D, you understand that very, very clearly. But when you come down to 3D and the fact that you guys are not communicating this, you're not bringing it together, you're not coming together in the physical realm. You're hoping and wishing and looking for this kind of energy and love and connection, not realizing that you can only get it from this person. And they don't realize it either. They're not realizing I can only get it from this person. It's like subconsciously you might realize it. In the 5D, you realize it, but in the 3D, because I don't think either of you have totally accepted that this is a true connection, 3D, 5D, this is a true connection, something's preventing it, and so it's not being embraced. And so because it's not being embraced, you're not experiencing this person in the 3D enough to be like, whoa, I just felt that same level of energy that I've been feeling on the 5D, and now I'm experiencing on 3D. It's like once you guys come together and experience each other, that's when the epiphany comes. That's when the realization happens of like, holy shit, I just found that same level of energy here, and it's with this person, the same person I'm dreaming about in the 5D. Like, holy shit, like this is the thing, this is them, this is, my dreams are real, this is actually happening, this is true. Like, we are in sync, it's like, but you have to experience each other on a certain level in the 3D to consciously realize that that is the same energy that you're experiencing on 5D that you're craving and looking for in other people. I hope you're following this, right? And then, funny enough, take the lead, right? All about bringing that 5D down into the 3D. It's clarified by justice, and justice is all about making things right, balancing the scales, creating a even playing ground, okay? And it's literally balancing. It's balancing what is here in the 5D with what is not here in the 3D. You are overly, doing it in the 5D and extremely lacking in the 3D. And you've been making a way because, the 5D is channeling the energy down to you into the 3D, but it's like that needs to be balanced, because then you do get into that state where you are overly high vibrational, like you're floating around, and it's kind of disrupting your life because you're in such this like high float state. Not only that, like neither of you are finding the true love, like the true fulfillment that you're looking for, because you're not seeing that it's in each other. So it's all about coming back down and balancing those energies out. So now you have a connection on 5D as well as 3D, not just all one here, because there's consequences and benefits to that too, right? So it's the justice, it's the scales of justice coming in and saying this needs to be balanced. This needs to be even out. The scales need to be even here. Otherwise, it's not going to be good long term for you. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull advice. What is Pile 2's advice in this situation? What is Pile 2's advice in this situation? What is Pile 2's advice? Okay, thank you. We have Judgment. We have Page of Pentacles. I actually feel like the Page of Pentacles came out first and then Judgment. What is their advice? What is Pile 2's advice? Pile 2's advice. Slow. They're just reminding me again, slow and steady. Like you guys are slowly, I think, without realizing it, you are very slowly coming together. You don't see it or realize it quite yet. And look, we have Justice coming out again. Okay. For your advice, Pile 2, we have Page of Pentacles, we have Judgment, Two of Wands, the World, and Justice. Okay. If you know tarot, you probably already kind of know where this is going. It's all about getting a new beginning, but making the decision and seeing the truth of what it could be, of what you truly desire, what you actually want, and what you deserve, and then manifesting that to appear in your future, because our manifestations do not always occur they never, but when you manifest something, it never occurs in the present. It always occurs in the future. You cannot manifest something right here, right now, and it occur right here, right now. You have to manifest it to show up in the future, whether the future is an hour from now, 2 days from now, 5 months, 3 years. It doesn't matter how long out in the future it is, but if I begin manifesting something right here, right now, it does not show up right here, right now. And so your energy needs to be consistent and stable to bring it in. In the 5D, when you manifest, it appears like that because you are that much connected and consciously aware of the energy, okay? But in the 3D, where we have like this gunk, we have this heaviness, we have like matter and weight, and we're here, there's a lot of things that need to come through. The only way those things can come through if you are consistent about your manifestation. If you are changing it from this hour to the next hour and you slightly shift it, you are now shifting the energy that is meant to come in for you. So now the energy that does come in is a little depleted. It's not a full manifestation, but it's being followed by the new energy that you want, okay? But if you keep shifting it, it never comes in. So what this means and why it's showing up here and letting me know is there's an advice here that you need to make a decision and get very clear about your truth in this situation. Is this the person for you? And accept it, because I don't feel like either of you are actually accepting that this 5D interaction union energy is real. It's like you very much think you're just in your head. You're daydreaming. You're like, this is crazy. But it's like once you accept that is what you want, that's what you've been looking for. Like that Page of Pentacles has been looking everywhere for the right pentacle. You finally have found the right pentacle, and now you need to stay consistent in your truth about that. Do not falter or doubt your own truth. And the more that you're consistent with that, and the more that you believe that is your truth, the manifestation that will come later down the line is that you can have a new beginning where things are being balanced. It's like you're pulling that energy in the 5D down into the 3D to actually occur in the 3D. Okay? And that is all through the manifestation of it. And how do you get to the manifestation? You choose to accept your truth. Whether or not you think this person believes it or not, that is obsolete. It's all about your own personal belief. Do you believe that you are dreaming of this person and connecting with this person for real? Like, it's not just a dream. Do you believe that in 5D, you and this person are truly building and creating and emphasizing this amazingly deep bond with each other that is meant to happen in the 3D? Do you believe that? Or do you keep believing it's just a dream, it's a fluke, it's a weird thing, and I'm just gonna not accept it, right? So the moment that you choose to accept that truth is when you can begin the manifestation of it, but you have to stay consistent with that truth. You cannot falter on it, okay? A part of this is the need to balance these energies, because every time I talk about the 5D, like in my heart chakra, it feels extremely, I don't know how else to say it, but it feels extremely spiritual. Like, it just feels like an abundant energy of just love, and it's just like building and building and building and building and growing and growing and growing, and you feel it, but it's like, but it's not directed anywhere. It would be hard to move through life consistently with this much of an abundance of love energy. And whether you're in a relationship or single, it will affect you. Because if you are single, it's really confusing to feel that much love energy and be single and be like, I don't know why I feel so love all the time. But it makes you almost either really hate being single, or it makes you settle for being single. And if you're in a relationship, it's like, why am I not getting this energy from the person I'm with? It makes you question things. It makes you doubt things. It makes you detached from your partner, because it's like you're spending all your time and connection and energy here in 5D, which means you're taking that time, energy, and connection from the person that you're with in 3D, right? So there's a need to really balance this. There's a need to balance it, and to balance it, like, there has to be an acceptance of truth. There has to be a belief within yourself that this is your truth, that this is real, that this is existing, and it needs to come down and be manifested, okay? Pile 2, that is all that I have for you. If you resonated with this, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Thank you for letting me tap into your energies. And now we are going to move on here to pile 3, our last but not least pile, right? Let's pull these together, and I'm like, what do I need to do? Well, I need to write down the time. That's what I need to do. We are right at 1:00. Oh, shucks. This was just working. Okay, 1:03:40 is pile 3. Okay, pile 3. Let's go ahead and pull your cards out here and see what we have. We have teach. We have teach, nurture, refusing to see. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump into the energies. We have 5, 3, and 2 might be significant numbers for you guys in pile 3. I'm also getting, 3 and 2 is 5, so 5, 5. You might be seeing 5, 5 a lot. I knew something was upside down in here. How did that happen? So you might be seeing 5, 5 a lot. And your pile, the really quickly channeled message I got for that was lust and passion, I believe it was. And so interesting, because I'm not getting lust and passion energy off of this, so we'll see how it plays out and where it plays out, but this should be interesting, okay? So lust and passion is the energy I was getting. I keep getting upside down cards. I don't read reversals, guys, so I always try to make sure they don't pop out in reverse. Okay, for you guys, I am definitely getting, and maybe that's why I got lust and passion, because I immediately got like a very strong energetic pull towards something, towards someone. Strong energetic pull, strong. Is it lusty and passionate? I don't know that I feel that, but I feel a very strong energetic pull towards someone, like, and it's like it wants me to go. It like I just want to be with this. I just like I just feel really pulled into someone. Okay. With teach. And then it's got the 5 up here. This could definitely be someone that I feel like there is an interesting dynamic here. Maybe a teacher and a student, or someone that is like a boss and a subordinate, or it could even be like just a team lead and something else. Or it could be interesting. I got like your friend's parent and you, like it's some kind of odd dynamic where someone is meant to show you, teach you. It could be someone training you on the job, even though they're not like in a higher, superior position than you or authoritative position. They're meant to train you. This person's your trainer. There's a level of not inappropriate relationship, but just like maybe it's not the most appropriate, because it can be looked at as like a power play dynamic here, and that's the reason it's happening. I don't get like there's a huge age gap or anything like that, but it definitely just feels like there's a difference of roles that you take on. And typically with this different of roles, there would not be an exchange of like romantic interest or energy here, because it would be deemed as like inappropriate, okay? But it's not like a huge age gap or anything like that. It's just very much like, I'm meant to show you something. Like maybe I'm meant to guide you somewhere. I'm meant to drive you somewhere. It could be like your freaking Uber driver, you know? It's like I'm meant to take you somewhere. I'm meant to be in a more responsible or like caretaking authoritative role over you. And so for us to be together, it could be looked at or deemed as me taking advantage of you because I'm in this role or position within your life. It's like that's the kind of energy I'm getting here. I also just heard public speaker. This person could be a public speaker. They could speak a lot to groups, to classes, to and again that would kind of fit in. I heard instructor. Okay, let's navigate through nurture. The number 3 here, the nurture. It's like a interesting. The energy that I'm getting here is like, I don't know why I just heard like paradigm shift. The energy that I'm getting with this nurture card is like, sorry, I'm trying to articulate it, and I'm hoping they'll give me messages to tell me how to say this, because I feel the energy, but I have to like process it enough that I can actually articulate it properly. This nurture energy is like, it's almost like the other person that is in this like subordinate role, that like whoever this person is overseeing, this is the person that's being overseen. But it's more than that. It's not just like this is the other person, like this is person A, person B. It's not like that, but it is like that. But it's like this person is also like, this person is, help me out here. I can't figure out how to say this. I can't figure out how to exchange this energy into like words. This person is still on a growth and learning development journey of their own, but they are highly spiritually aware, emotionally aware, like intuitive. They're not psychic, but they're very in touch with the spiritual realm and their emotions. They are intuitive. I see the word intuitive. I hear the word intuitive, very, very intuitive. And then I heard coach. This person, there's something there. This person in this nurture card is like, I get that they are more of like free and young and lively, and this person is showing up more responsible, structured, organized. But the difference is that like this person has learned things through experience. This person has learned things through being connected to energy. They didn't necessarily have to experience everything that they know, and like the wisdom they've received up until this point has not been through experience, like personal experience. It's been much more through just being in touch and connected to energy, which allows them to be more free and lively, innocent, naive, like not immature energy, but they have this sense of innocence to them, where they're just like, they're free, they're not afraid, they're curious. Like it's a very young energy, but it's not a young person, but they hold a very young energy. And this person holds a old energy, but they are a younger person. They're not as old as their energy would make you think they are. This person has been through trials, experiences, lessons, life, and they hold this very mature. And I think maybe this is the power dynamic play here, because I do feel like these people are like, they are similar age. I don't get an age gap here. There's not a huge age gap, but it's like one person shows up very, very structured, rigid, organized, to the book, you know? And then this other person is kind of like, like they have a very young, innocent, playful, open, pure energy to them, but they are just as wise, oddly enough, if not more, because the weird thing is I do get an energy, and that's why I was having a hard time articulating it the right way. I have an energy that this person that is in that younger energy is actually meant to teach and show and guide this other person in this older energy. Like this younger person actually is meant to give knowledge, give advice, give wisdom to this other person. Although when you look at it on the outside, it would be very clear like, oh yeah, obviously that person is much more skilled, experienced, wise, you know, they're much more mature. But it's like in reality, when you actually look in and have conversations and speak to these energies, you'll see that the younger person actually has much more wisdom, much more insight, a high level understanding, esoteric spiritual connectivity and knowledge than this other person. Because this other person, it's almost like they've been drugged through life, and that's how they had to learn everything. And so their experiences, although they're very valuable, they're valuable, but they're very constructed. There's no room for flexibility of that experience. It's difficult to get a different perception and pull other information out from that experience, because it's like, this experience was this experience, and this is what it taught me, and this is how I feel about it, and now I will never do it again because now I've learned my lesson doing this experience. Whereas this person, it's more of this was a terrible experience that I had, but it taught me how to love, and it taught me how to live and be free and to be, it's like they can go through experiences of life and it doesn't weigh them down as much as it weighs this person down, because energetically this person is more in touch, they're more connected, they're more innocent, they have more of a pureness, a light that what's the word, transmutes that negative energy very easily, almost without them trying. The negativity gets transmuted into this beautiful positive energy, whereas this person has to like it literally just feels like a rock. Like I have to drive through the rocks, I have to, plow away at the field. It's a very I had to go through that experience, and I had to fight my way and force my way and get strength, and now I'm here, and it's kind of rigid, kind of tough, but mature, responsible, structured because of the experiences. They can't look back at these experiences and allow those experiences to release them and to make them more fluid. It's more, they look at those experiences as a reason to be structured, as a reason to be organized, right? So it's very two different energies here, but there is a pull towards each other. There's a very strong pull towards each other, and it's because one, this younger energy is meant to teach or show or guide this older energy in some way, okay? But they are the same age. They're practically the same age. There's not a huge age gap here, okay? Refusing to see. We're going to come back to this one. That's what they told me, because I'm having a hard time picking the energy up on this one, on this specific card here. And so they're just come back to it. Just finish focusing on this and come back to this one. So we're going to come back to this one, I guess, because I'm being transparent. I'm not pulling energy strong from this card, and I don't want to speak on it unless I know that that's the energy I'm getting from it. So let's go ahead and clarify. Teach. Why is teach here? Why is teach here? Knight of Swords, and why is nurture here? They just gave me something, and that makes a lot of sense. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna try really hard not to forget it. Let me go ahead and pull. Why is nurture here? Wow. Okay. Why is nurture here? Ah, no! I just dropped 5 cards. Sorry, guys. I'm not going to take those because that was just a lot of random cards that just fell out there. Okay. Why is nurture here? Thank you. That shut out at me. Look at that. Yeah. Okay. So what they gave me as I was shuffling is the teach and the nurture, because I was still that doesn't really make sense why those cards would be labeled that, and I'm getting these energies from them. And it's what they told me is with the teach, it's this person, if they are interacting with someone, they are teaching them what not to do. They are teaching them what to do. They are teaching them how to do it. They are teaching people around them different things. But this person, it is more of a nurture than a teach. Let me nurture your creativity. Let me nurture who you are. Let me nurture your journey. Let me nurture you into growing into this knowledge, into to walking into this wisdom, versus this person who is very no, there's a way to do this. It's structured, it's organized, it's orderly. I can teach you. I have a process, that's going to get you from start to finish. And this person's no, we don't need a process. We can just nurture their challenges and their mistakes and the things they get right. If you nurture those things, they will come into their own understanding of what you want them to know, or what they should know, because who's to say that we know what they need to know? It's more let's nurture this person into their own wisdom, into their own journey. So I don't know. and that came through strongly, so I wanted to share it. But Knight of Swords with the teaching card, okay? So it's very much like, again, it's like it's saying the same energy over again, where it's like this person would rather come direct with that communication, be very decisive, direct, structured, orderly, very, very like strategic in how they think, very logical, very process oriented. Like everything is do, right? It's do. Whereas this person, and it's ironic that we have the Three of Swords, and it's ironic because it's like with this person being a nurturer, they speak and it's almost like, oh, okay, that's why they gave me that while I was shuffling between the teach and the nurture, is because this person, it's almost like energetically, because they're so intuitive and in touch with energy, they can nurture the broken pieces, they can nurture the fear, they can nurture the disappointment, the insecurity, they can nurture these lower energies that people hold, and as they nurture them, they help heal them, so it allows this person to then come into like their own knowledge, awareness, awakening, purpose, journey, path, whatever. So the approaches are very different, where this is more like a, let's get straight into it. I'm going to tell you how to heal. I'm going to tell you how to feel better. And this is how you do it. And this is the future that you need to create. And this is the da-da-da-da-da, right? Very like do. And the other person is more like, we're not even going to talk about that, because right now I just want to know more about you. And I want to, bring you confirmation and words of affirmation and shower you with love and show you this possibility, and what kind of things do you dream about? And it's like they get more in touch with nurturing that person's soul to allow the growth to occur, where this person gets more in touch with teaching the mind in order for them to grow, okay? And on to this refusing to see. Why is refusing to see here? This is weird. I'm not getting energy from this card here. It's weird. I have a faint energy, but I don't want to say it if that's not what it is, okay? Why is refusing to see here? Yeah, the faint energy is getting stronger, so I think that's what it is. Why is refusing to see here? I'll say it's something about the third eye here with this person, with this teach person. Why is refusing to see here? Ah. Yeah. If you look at this card, refusing to see, there's a very small red dot where his third eye should be, but it's not open, right? It's just like, it's like, it should be there, but it's not there, but it is there. The small energy I was getting, and it kept getting bigger the more that I start looking at that card. Interestingly enough, if you look at this, she's holding this light, okay? She's got this light in her hand. It's like she's either creating it or she's manifesting it, something like that. She's got it in her hand. And then if you look at the refusing to see card, that same light, it's like that same ball of energy is right behind this person, okay? And so it's almost as if, not almost, it is this teach person, because they are so cerebral, they are so logical and in their mind and structured and orderly, and because of their experiences that have made them very structured and rigid and routine and disciplined and strict within themselves and with others, because of this, it's like this person, like I mentioned, that they're meant to, oddly enough, this person is meant to guide or teach or show this other person something. But with the refusing to see, it's like this person is not acknowledging it. They're choosing to not see that this person is meant to instruct and guide them. And it's like they're choosing to turn away from what this person is offering. This person trying to offer this light, and they're like, look at the light. Like, I have this light for you. I'm meant to give this light to you. This is meant for you. And this other person, this teach person, is choosing to turn around and turn their back to it, but also keep their third eye closed. And they have that helmet on, and so they're like, no one is getting in. Nothing is getting in. I am, this is the way that I need to do this. And like, they have the Knight of Swords that is clarifying them, and they're wearing a helmet of a knight, right? So it's very like, my experiences have made me cold. My experiences has made me structured and very like logical, you know? And it's like, this person's trying to come in and help, like, it's like they're really trying to, it's not like breaking walls down, but it's like melt this person's shell, loosen them up, like infuse them with love again, because they've gotten so far away from it that they're becoming like this statue. And this is like what I'm seeing in my mind, is like, this person's becoming like a statue, and this other person's trying to come, and before they turn into a whole statue, they're trying to shove some light into them, some energy, some love into them, some hope, possibility, innocence, playfulness, like something to help this person not become a statue, and to like light that spark for this person so they can be free again, almost like a freedom from the self here. But this person is turning their back, and they're not allowing it to come through. They are refusing to see. And it's like, they could be so much more than what they are. Not like financially or like 3D wise, but spiritually, their emotions, their spirit, their wisdom. Like, it could be so much more than what it is if they just got out of this like hard, structured, cold, logical energy that they're just stuck in it because of the experiences in life that they've had to go through. That, like, this is someone who's like went to war and back, and now this is just how they are. But it's like an opportunity has come where it's like, no, this doesn't have to be how you are. You can be free again. You can be lighthearted again. You can dare to dream, dare to fantasize, dare to take risks, dare to be spontaneous and enjoy the little things again, right? But they're so blocked off to it. It's almost like they're looking at this person, this nurture person, as like you're just immature. You don't know anything about life. You haven't been through enough things to even like try to tell me anything about life. Like they're just looking at you're like this immature little child. And I'm not saying that this nurture person has not been through hell and back themselves, but because of the way that they see situations, because of the light that they hold and continue to hold, they transmute that negative energy. They transmute those energies and situations and experiences into positive, loving things and ideals and concepts and energies that stay with them and also go with others, okay? I don't know why I'm getting passion and lust, though. I don't know why I got passion and lust for this pile. That's the only thing that I'm still really confused about. Like, where did the passion and lust, like where did that message come in from? Passion and lust. Thank you. They're telling me it wasn't meant to be literal. Passion, if you know the difference between passion and lust, that's what's happening here. Passion is, I am passionate about something and I will continue to pursue it. It is something that I am drawn to, something that I love, that I enjoy, that I will be disciplined about, that I will, always do. I will always have it a part of my life because it lights me up. I am passionate about it. And lust is more fleeting, freeing. There's a lot more movement with lust. I could be in lust with you one day and the next day I'm in lust with something else. It's more of a younger energy. It's very carefree, careless even sometimes. Where it's just lusting, and it doesn't have to be lusting over a person. It can be lusting over a hobby, lusting over an idea, a project. Like this, just it's a lustful person. Like they're just lusting all over the place, right? And so it's like it's saying the difference between those two things is what's happening here, because passion and lust are put into the same bucket, but they are two very different things. And it's like these two people are put in the same bucket. They are both experienced, they're both wise, they both have knowledge, they both have insight that is very valuable. Like these are in the same bucket, but the way that they approach these are very different, and so the outcome is different even though they're in the same bucket. I hope that makes sense. What is the advice for a person that pulled pile 3? Honestly, I don't know who is who. I don't know if you're the watcher. I don't know if you're the nurturer or the teach. I get almost an energy from both sides, and so I can't tell you which one you are, but I think you will very fairly understand which one you are. What is the advice for pile 3? What is the advice for pile 3? We have, one more. Okay, we have Ace of Pentacles, the Moon, 5 of Cups, 10 of Swords. The advice here is that for whatever side that you're on, whoever you are, it's like, don't be afraid to do something that you cannot see. Do not be afraid to like move in a direction or manifest or conceptualize something that does not exist yet, something that you cannot not see. Do not be afraid to approach that in a new way, without thinking about the past outcome, without thinking about the past experiences or how it ended before. Like, don't be so rigid. So I feel like this is more advice for the person that is the teacher person, which could be you, like resonating with you, because this feels very much like do not be afraid to take something that you've not it keeps giving me like conceptualize, like something that you cannot conceptualize. And yeah, so this is definitely the teach person, because this teach person is very much like, if I can't conceptualize it, it does not belong near me, right? In order for me to approach it or move towards it, I need to be able to see it. I need to see it clearly. I need to know what it is and how it is and what's the process, you know? It's saying, like, do not be afraid to take something that you cannot conceptualize yet, something that you cannot see yet, that you cannot hold, create, or understand, right? Don't be afraid to take it just because of the past experiences, or because you're afraid it'll end badly, or you're scared that it's going to end up hurting you. So I feel like for most of you, you could be the teach person, and you have this opportunity where there's this like really free, like younger energy around you that's trying to like connect with you, and you're kind of just like, hey, get out of here, kid, like get out of here, you're immature, like leave me alone, like I just want to like, you know, shake them off of me, like get off, you're a nuisance, like get out of here, leave me alone, like you don't know what you're talking about, like you're just immature, like you haven't been through life. And it's because the way this person carries themselves, you would assume that, but it's like, in reality, no, this person's very, very well developed, wise, spiritually in touch, energetically understanding a lot of things that go much deeper than what we can experience here on the 3D realm. This person is very much like, I can experience things I've never experienced before, which means I can have wisdom about things that I've not gone through. They don't need that 3D experience to understand it. It's like they can recall past life. They can recall Akashic record. They can bring in angelic advice and understanding and foresight. And it's like this person can do a lot of help in situations that they've never experienced, because they are so in touch with all of these different energetic sources, okay? So it's saying, like, don't keep pushing this away just because you can't conceptually, just because you can't understand it. Just because you don't understand this person does not give you the right to judge them and push them away, okay? Pile 3, that is all that I have for you. I hope that this helped, and I hope that it resonated. And if it did resonate, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button here. thank you so much for letting me tap into your energy and give you this reading. And I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, night, evening, whenever you're tapping in. Thanks. Bye.